after this, right after this, edited and ready for viewing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to our very first Tell All Tuesday. And to all of those watching us live, thank you for tuning in this evening. I hope you enjoyed. It's going to be a special evening this evening for everybody here at DuePoint. For those of you who are new and who have not been to DuePoint before, let me tell you that DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. So before we even start, understand that we form part of an insurance company that is both licensed for long-term and short-term insurance, and has been established and part of the financial services and insurance space of South Africa for more than 6 decades now. First registered in 1952. As Rob, one of the guys in our team, says, it was a great time to be running insurance just after World War II. Very profitable at that time. But folks, this evening, we are running our very first Tell All Tuesday, where we're going to do things a little bit differently. Most of you, a lot of you, have seen our normal introduction presentation, but this evening, you're going to hear about the DuePoint system, about DuePoint, through the mouths of those who've got involved, got started, and started changing their life with the system. So we're very excited about that, and I hope you enjoyed this evening. Folks, as well as being a long-term and short-term insurer, we're also a registered FSP. If you'd like to do any background work on us, background research on us, please go ahead. There are our details. Go and see how DuePoint and Constantia have been part of the financial services space for many, many years now in South Africa. And so, folks, you will find in the passages of DuePoint the management team. I head up the management team here. I am the tallest and most beautiful of all of them. Those of you who know me well will know that this is true. Yes. Nonetheless, all of us have been put together in this team because of our quality, our experience and our qualifications. We have got quite a diverse team here. I have spent more than a decade in the financial services space in South Africa. Tim comes from the banking space in South Africa. Stacey comes from the auditing space, spent some time overseas in Luxembourg. We've got Jane, who originally comes from the UK, has more than 15 years of experience in direct selling, and is a great addition to our team. And we've got Rob over here, who for more than 15 years ran his own digital design firm, who did the brands such as Investec and things like that, working hard in that space, and I've managed to convince him to join us at DuePoint. So we're a very diverse team, and it's because of the culmination of all of our skills and experience that we can do what we do here this evening. But it's not all about us. You're asking yourself, why are you here? Somebody's brought you with this evening to sit here, and you're going, it's a public holiday evening. Why am I here? Why am I here on this wonderful, rainy public holiday? I could be at home watching a movie, sitting back and relaxing. Well, there's a very important reason that you're here this evening, and over the next 40 minutes, I hope to change your life quite fundamentally, if not just the way you think. Folks, we all are in the same set of circumstances right now. It doesn't matter what title you have, it doesn't matter what job you have, it doesn't matter where you are in the South African economy. You have the same set of circumstances as everybody else right now. We are living in a period of tremendous chaos. Absolutely tremendous chaos. There isn't a morning that I wake up where I do not see something crazy going on in our country. Now, it's not really just isolated to South Africa. The world is in such a tumultuous state right now. I have never in my lifetime seen it in such a precarious position, both politically and economically. The world at the moment is in absolute chaos. None of us have the security we once had in our jobs, in our businesses. You know, when we were young, our parents all told us there's only 2 ways to earn income in this life. You're either in full-time employment or you're running your own business. Well, if we look at South Africa today, I am convinced that full-time employment is no longer a viable option for you if you're looking at your future. How long are you safe in your job for in South Africa anymore? Just look at the retrenchments that are going, the mines that are closing down, the major corporations that are shutting down. I don't know if you guys have been reading the newspaper, seeing what's going on with Edcon. That's the Edgar's Group. The Edgar's Group is in huge trouble. How can a company the size of Edgar's be in trouble? Do you know what that means for its tens of thousands of employees? They will be looking for new employment very soon. That's what it means. It's the only way to rescue them. Folks, I don't know if you've seen what some of our political figures have been saying on international TV about how South Africa looks in the future, where no one owns property anymore, where our government is overthrown by force. This is the world, this is the country that we live in right now. But you know what the thing is? It wasn't always like that. I know from my own experience, when I was younger, I had tremendous aspirations and I had tremendous dreams for myself. My brother used to say to me, by the time I'm 30, I'll be a millionaire and retired. He's 37 at the moment. It's bad news for him. But that's what he believed when he was younger. When I was younger, I used to watch the video adverts of the Porsche 911 Turbo. And I said to myself, one day I'm going to have a Porsche 911 Turbo. That was my dream. They're like 3.2, 3.3 million rand now. Who can buy a 3.3 million rand car? It's crazy, but I dreamt about it as a youngster. Those were my dreams, those were my aspirations, and I was invincible. When I was younger, I was invincible. I knew I would get there, and it didn't matter what the obstacle was, I would get there. And so, like everybody, I set myself on a path of education that would make me a chartered accountant. I believed that that's what I needed to get there. The rest of you did the same thing. Whether it was through practical experience or whether it was through education, you chose a career that you believed would get you to your dreams. And when you started that career, it did an interesting thing for you. It plugged you into the financial system of South Africa. And you got your first bank account. And with a bank account comes a credit card. And with the credit card comes a car loan. And straight out of the gates, before you even started in this life, you have debt. You have debt. But when you're young and single, your income is generally more than these first debt repayments. So you start saving a little bit. And you think you're on that path to your dreams and your aspirations. But an interesting thing happens. As time starts passing, you realize that there's a lot more draws on your income than you ever even imagined. Those obstacles that were never going to stop you suddenly start becoming quite invincible. You start realizing there's these things called emergencies that just come out of nowhere. Your parents used to deal with emergencies, not you. Now you have to deal with them. The fender bender that's going to cost 20 grand to fix. The parent who gets really sick and hasn't got the money to pay for the hospital bills. Maybe you have a child who breaks their arm or breaks their leg or needs schooling. All of these things start coming out of nowhere. And you start to realize that you're running out of time. This thing that you never considered before, retirement, starts approaching you at an incredibly rapid rate. It's like a freight train heading towards you. I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier today. My wife has got this picture of me at our wedding up on the wall. It's big. It's almost life-size on the wall. And I have no gray hair in it. And what happened to the last 20 years? What happened? They're gone, but it doesn't feel like 20 years. It just doesn't feel like 20 years. I'm that much closer to this thing called retirement. What am I going to do in my retirement? How am I going to fund it? Who's going to pay my food and my bond and my card loan when I'm retired? Who's going to do this for me? It becomes a reality. And what happens to all of us, without exception, is our dreams start to fade. We start to settle. So we go, no, I'm still getting my dreams. What you've forgotten is the real dream, the one you once had, you've shelved and gone, I'm not going to have that one. I'm going to have the one lower down. That's the one I'm going to, and sometimes even down again. And we settle on our dreams, and they all start to fade away. That's the position we're all in, whether we like it or not. We discover that that moment where we got our first debt was not just to get us going, just to get us up and running. It was, in fact, a journey. We start, and we get that car loan. We find a partner, she needs a car. We have to get a house. We've now got a bond. We have children. They need a bigger house. School loans, education. They grow up, they need cars. And all the time, the years of our life are just passing by. They're just passing by. And we find ourselves around here, 50, 55, with 6 or 7 debt instruments to our names. The credit card, the 2, 3, 4 cars, the big house, the Truids account, the Edgar's account. Maybe the Edgar's account will disappear naturally, I'm not sure. And we've got that much space to retirement, that much space to kill off the debt, that much space to create an asset that'll pay for our retirement. That's where we find ourselves. And so, folks, at this point, I want to talk to some real people. I tell this story 5 times a week. It's true, but I want to hear it from some other people, as I'm sure you do today. So I'm going to be talking in a minute to Patrick and Pumi. Patrick and Pumi are wealth engineers at DuePoint. They joined us on the 11th of February. 11th of February, that's not that long ago. That's like 9 weeks ago. In fact, it's like 8 weeks ago. And over that time, they've gone from nothing to 8,000 Rand a month with the DuePoint system. 8,000 Rand a month, okay, in 8 weeks. They are at the moment a rank 1, but by the time we've run our consolidation for April, they'll probably be about a rank 5 wealth engineer. Very exciting. Both Patrick and Pumi come from full-time employment, where they discovered their dreams and their aspirations were not ever going to be met. They weren't going to get there. And they made a very big decision a few years ago to change their circumstances. Patrick, Pumi, come join me up here. There we go. Come stand here in the middle. Pumi, there we go. Take that. Scary thing we're doing, the most scary thing in the world right now, public speaking. Right now, Patrick and Pumi would rather be dead, because that's the second scariest thing in the whole world. All right. Anyway, Patrick, Pumi, what I've just said about the reality of the world that we live in, can you relate to that? Have you ever been in a position where you've realized your debt is actually quite overwhelming and that there's not a path through it?
Wow, yes, I can say yes to that, because that, what we can say about that is real, yeah? And is whether you do something about it or you get trapped forever on it. And Patrick and I, we know that, and we nearly lost our house, we nearly lost our car through that. So that is why we decided to take this opportunity.
Together.
That's why I had to join this business. I started at Feb to do this DuePoint, and in March I end this in March, and wow! Look at my April. I'm going here. Okay. So I just wonder, after 12 months, where I should be with DuePoint. I've been always looking for something like this, where the money is gonna grow and grow and grow. Thank you.
Yeah, Patrick, thank you very much. Pumi, thank you very much. Patrick and Pumi have both been quite visionary for me. When they look at this, they see the future. And when I talk to them, I can hear the future in their voices. And that excites me, because it's exactly what we're trying to do here at DuePoint. All right, so this is the position. These are the circumstances that we as the DuePoint team, we're saddled with. It's just the reality. And we said to ourselves, we have to come up with a solution. We have to give an alternative to full-time employment or running your own business in an economy and a political situation which is failing. It's failing all of us. But the solution that we came up with had to be immediate, material, but most importantly, practical. I could have sat everybody down and said, look, give me your list of income, give me your list of expenditure. I'm just going to chop out all the expenses you don't need. That'll get you on top of your debt repayments. No more DSTV, smaller car, kids to a cheaper school, downgrade your house, move to a different area, all of that. But we've all been working for decades for the lifestyle we live with. Why do we want to downgrade our lifestyle? We don't. None of us want to do that. And so that wasn't a solution. We had to come up with something that without changing our lifestyles, we could change our future with. And so we came up with what we call the DuePoint System. The DuePoint System is very simple. It says that you, as an individual person out there, contract with us, DuePoint, the insurance company, as what we call a wealth engineer. You contract with us as a wealth engineer. And as a wealth engineer, you have one task. That task is to build a channel of distribution for us. Now, what is a channel of distribution? Well, a channel of distribution is like Checkers or Edgar's. I'm going to use Edgar's tonight. They're in the newspaper. Edgar's has got a store in every city in South Africa. And when you want to sell your shirt or your pants that you have made, you go to Edgar's, who does not make shirts and pants. And you go to them and you say, I'd like to sell my pants into all of the stores that you have around South Africa so that I can reach every South African. Now you, as a wealth engineer, are the Edgar's. You know hundreds of people. You might not realize it, but you know them and you interact with them. And as a wealth engineer, your only task is to create a channel of distribution through all of these people you know, into which we, DuePoint, can sell our products. You do no selling. You're horrible at it. We have seen you in action. We do not want you selling anything, okay? We want you connecting your people with us here at DuePoint, where we can sell our products into your channel of distribution. So, what does it do for you? The first thing it does for you is where people take our products and make a payment, you earn income. Extra income. We are not expecting any of you to quit your jobs here tonight. That is not what we want. We want to start creating for you extra income that starts bridging the gap between your current income and your current expenditure and your current debt repayments. And in time, we want that bridge to stretch beyond those to start accelerating the payoff of your debt and start setting you financially free. The system we've designed is recurring income. We're not selling milkshakes and soaps and wooden spoons and things like that here. That's not what we're doing. So you do not need to run back to the same people every month and beg them to buy again when they haven't finished using last month's product. None of our products are like that. Our products are based on a debit order system. Every single month that debit order runs, and every single month that payment is made and you earn income. It utilizes the power of duplication. This is a well-known economic phenomenon. It is where you utilize the hours and the hands of others to generate you income. In exactly the same way, the DuePoint system allows you, through the construction of your channel, to harness the power of tens, hundreds of people towards pushing towards your goals and aspirations and building your income with us. It is completely flexi time, which means that you can do it 20 minutes a week or you can do it 40 hours a week. It's completely up to you, and it allows you to remain completely independent. You're not a staff member here, you're not a representative, you're not an FSP, you're not a broker. I'm not going to pull you in on Monday morning and ask you why you're not working. I'm not. You're completely independent. You do this by yourself. There is absolutely no startup cost and there is no monthly fee. Costs you nothing to be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. So if tomorrow you wake up and you have become a wealth engineer, now you've changed your mind, that's fine. If you do nothing with your wealth engineer registration, it will have cost you nothing. It is a completely risk-free decision, but it is a tool that has the potential to change everything for you. No qualification or experience is required. No regulatory exams need to be written. Nothing like that is required. It is for every South African. But let me not discount the value of what we're doing here. We are creating real assets. The income that is generated from your channel is saleable, it's transferable, and you can bequeath it to your family, your wife, your children, once you've passed away. It will outlive you. And they can live off of the income that's been produced, or they can choose to continue to build the channel even further. This is a real asset of real value that you are building here with us. And of course, as I've said, there is absolutely no selling. Probably the most important thing. No selling, no stock, and no need for you to find some kind of instrument of distribution. You don't have to buy a bucky, fill it up with stock from the storeroom here, and come back every month to do that. It's not what happens. Everything is online. Everything is electronic. It has been designed for your maximum convenience here. All right, so what is all of this building channels nonsense? Makes no sense to most people who haven't heard it before, so let me explain it to you. As a wealth engineer, you have that one task, that single task of telling everybody about the DuePoint system. As you tell them about the system, as they catch the vision of what we're trying to do here, and they decide that they wish to go for their aspirations, they too will become wealth engineers. And when they do, we allocate them to your channel. And they go out and do exactly the same thing. They tell everybody they know about the DuePoint system. Some will get excited. Some will catch the vision, make the decision, and become wealth engineers too. And they too will be allocated to your channel. And so your channel will grow and grow until there are tens, hundreds, maybe thousands of individuals who are growing your channel on a daily basis with almost no involvement from you in the development of your own income. Now, it's usually at this point in time that people get, some people, not all, but some people get just a little overzealous. And they go, I've got hundreds of people on Facebook and hundreds of people on WhatsApp, and I've seen that thing on Facebook where it says how to build a R1,000,000 business on Facebook. I've seen all of that. And so with my 1,000 friends, by next month, I will be a millionaire. Folks, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not any scheme of any type. It is not a shape you might have read about in a newspaper. It is none of those things. This is arguably one of the first real forms of income earning outside of the two traditional forms that have been in South Africa. It is, like a normal business, like building any asset of value, going to require time. Lots of time over a long period of time. It is going to require effort. It is going to require thought. But for the first time, your time and your effort and your thought will put you on a path of increased earnings every single month. I mean, when last did your boss say to you, I'll give you an increase every month this year? Never. But that's what's possible here. When last did your boss say to you, just do these few things and I'll just give you a bonus? I'll just give you the promotion. The DuePoint system allows for you who apply time and effort and thought and persistency to the development of your channel, the opportunity to get a raise every single month. That's what it does. That's what it offers you. So again, don't listen to me. Let's listen to the real people. Ray, Di, please join me up here on stage. Ray and Di are both optometrists. Ray is from the north. Di is from the deep south on the Vaal. An unlikely couple, but a couple since their youth. And you can see Ray and Di, they've been joined us on the 6th of February this year. They have got some experience in this. And consistent growth happening over the course of 8 or 9 weeks. That's what they've been with us. And just starting to feel their lives changing already. So Ray, did you, being a lot older than me because I'm only 21, have when you were younger dreams that you've shelved? Was the path of this life one that led straight there?
Well, yeah, no, obviously it didn't. Life got in the way of life, didn't it? It happens to the most of us, I think, to all of us. But what did happen is that we realized after having got married that, wow, 2 young professional people, optometric degrees, and we're saying to ourselves, wow, this is going to be life. We're going to have the home that we want. We're going to have the holidays we want. We're going to go overseas regularly. We're going to have a home in Spain. What about, yeah, we'll have that. And
Italy.
well, and the point is, the children came along, and a house came along, and the cars came along, and this private education for 12 years, and then university at UCT for 3 years for the 2 girls. And when that all ended, most of our dreams had ended. There was really still a bond. There were still cars to be paid for. The girls are maybe moving out of the house, but we suddenly realized that we're never going to get there. And it was only through the advent of looking at a business that this is offering that we realized this is doable, not in 5 years. We're going to do this in 2 to 3 years, where if we want to retire, it's going to be doable. And we've embarked on that path. I'm absolutely adamant that no one's going to stop us. And we're going to just get a bunch of good friends online who see what we see and take it from here and run with it.
Absolutely. Now, Di, as I said, her optometrist shop, practice is in the Vaal. I mean,
Indeed.
that is a 2-hour drive,
It
2.5 hour drive every day.
Yep.
Am I right? That's
Indeed.
there. To me, the DuePoint system has always been more than just about creating income. It's about creating freedom.
Yeah.
Are you seeing that with what you're seeing at DuePoint at the moment?
Absolutely. You know, I think the thought of being free is, I find exciting. It is something that's going to free me up from traveling every day, but it's also going to free me up, us up, to travel, really travel overseas and actually enjoy those moments that we've always wanted to do. And I think that's what the potential of this business is, which is just what excited us so much. And Ray is just a maniac when it comes to stuff like this, and I follow happily in his footsteps.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Have a seat. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. All right. Folks, there's 2 ways that you earn with the DuePoint system, because that's what we're here for. I mean, we're going to be honest with each other. We're here because we all need more income. That's the thing. At the end of the day, we all need that extra income. There's 2 ways you earn with the DuePoint system. The first is through what we call our base return. So everybody who's taken a product in the channel of distribution you've created for DuePoint and makes a payment, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by a factor of where the payment is in your channel. So for instance, those folk that you spoke to personally and who caught the vision and became wealth engineers, we allocated them to your channel on what we call your first point. They're people you personally introduced. Where they make a payment, you earn 27 Rand 50 times 200% because they're on your first point. That's 55 Rand every month per product that they make, payment that they make. Okay, 50 Rand, not 5 Rand, not 50 cents, 55 Rand, tangible, material money that you earn when they make their payments and you've qualified. When they go out and talk to other individuals and they catch the vision and become part of your channel, again on your second point, these are people who you introduce to introduce people, you again earn 27 Rand 50 times 200%. 55 Rand for every payment that they make. And so this continues throughout your channel. However, the multiplication factor starts to reduce, but there is no limit to how much you can earn with the returns program at DuePoint. When you reach point 8, these are people that you've introduced, all the way out to the 8th point away from you. You earn 4% of that 27 Rand 50 every time they make a payment. But the 4% stays static from that point forward. So if you've got somebody who makes a payment in the 12th point of your channel, you still get 4% of 27 Rand 50. If they make a payment in your 30th point in your channel, you still get 4% of 27 Rand 50. And as you have more and more people in your channel distribution, growing your channel, so your income grows. So now, this looks like a lot of numbers on the board here, and anybody who's not mathematical just goes, wow, that just totally doesn't make any sense to me. So we sat down and we said, right, let's turn this into a real picture. We took all of the data we have over the years of us doing this, and we took our experience, and we calculated in what we thought would be a reasonable growth rate for somebody who starts as a wealth engineer who knows nothing about direct selling and about building channels. And we said, what could they expect to earn with the DuePoint returns program? And so we came up with what we call the 3+2 growth formula. It's just an example. It's not how your channel is going to grow. It's just so that I could give you a picture of what you could earn. And how it works is like this. We said that if for 6 months you were able to put 3 people in your first month and 2 people every month thereafter on your first point. That's it. So 3 people in your first month. You're enthusiastic and fired up after first hearing about this. So you go out, you tell everybody, you start with your family who all reject you outright, and then you go to your friends and only half of them reject you, and eventually you get to your acquaintances and they catch the vision. And you manage to just put 3 of them in your first month. And then every month thereafter, you just bring 2 people and put them on your first point every month. And you do your best to duplicate the 3+2 growth formula in all of the people you bring in. And we took into account cancellations, lapses, drop-offs, and your inability to actually duplicate that process with the data that we've collected over many years. We said if you do that after 6 months, you should be earning around 2,500 Rand a month. So you would have already seen the folk that we've had up today. Patrick and Pumi should be around about 8,000 Rand a month by the end of April. They started 8 weeks ago. I'm saying 6 months, you should be 2,500 Rand a month. So we took a very conservative approach to this. It's purely mathematical. Your experience will be different. But you should reasonably expect after 6 months to be earning 2,500 Rand a month. Now for some, 2,500 Rand a month is just absolutely nothing. They go, there's no ways I'm putting 6 months worth of effort in for 2,500 Rand. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I can do more with my time. Well, it's an interesting thing that, because when you look at the value of that 2,500 Rand, it's quite powerful. This is extra every single month. So we took this, take a 1 million Rand home loan. 1 million Rand home loan, paying about 11,000, 12,000 Rand a month repayment on it over 20 years. Add the 2,500 Rand to that repayment. And you know what it does? It reduces the payment period of that home loan by 8.4 years. Now you take that 11,000, 12,000 Rand a month and you add it up over 8.4 years, and you've basically saved R1 million on R1 million bond. That's what 2,500 Rand does. And you've got that in 6 months with the DuePoint system. If you can push through to 12 months, we reckon you'll be on about 9,000 or 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year. That's 2 kids in a private school. And you've done it in 12 months with the DuePoint system. If you push through to 2 years, we reckon you're on about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. 2 people a month. 1 every 2 weeks. 2, maybe 3 hours worth of effort a month for 2 years. And you're sitting on 30,000 Rand a month. That's one of your incomes in your household replaced. Replaced permanently forever. And if not, It's that 9/11 I was talking about earlier. There it is. That's the repayment on it, right there. If you can push through to 3 years, we reckon you're on about 40 to 50,000 rand a month. If you can push through to 4 years, we reckon you're on about 60 to 65,000 rand a month. And if you can push through to 5 years, we reckon you're about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's $1 million a year. There's very few people in this country earning $1 million a year who earn it securely, knowing that tomorrow it's not gone. If you're in full-time employment, even if you're the CEO today, you can be replaced in a minute. Here today, gone tomorrow. That's what's happening right now. Here you've built, over the course of 5 years, secure income. Now, for many people, they look at this and they go, there's no ways I'm going to wait 5 years to be earning this kind of money. I need money, I need it now. That's what people say. I've had people tell me that exact thing. Well, this is a legitimate income earning opportunity, which means it does not come overnight. It requires time and it requires effort. But how long is 5 years in the big scheme of things? How long is 5 years? 2020 is nothing. It's nothing. It's going to be here in 5 minutes. All that black hair I once had was gone in 5 minutes. It was gone. 5 years is nothing. When you started your career, right at that beginning, that first job we were talking about earlier, if I'd said to you then, are you going to put 5 years into your career? You would have laughed at me. You would have said, I'm going to put 35 years into my career. So why is 5 years the hurdle? 5 years, folks, is nothing. But when you're in it, it's time and consistency and persistency. And with the DuePoint system, you can be earning that. Now, that's only the first way you earn with the DuePoint system. The second way you earn is through our XP Rewards program. Our XP Rewards program is our training program for you. We actually teach you how to do this. We teach you how to tell people about the DuePoint system. We teach people how to construct your channels so that you earn the most that you possibly can. We teach you everything through a process of very simple steps that start really easy and get really tough at the end as you become an expert. And as you perform these steps and complete them, you earn XP, experience points. These XP just accumulate and accumulate. They don't disappear at any point in time. They accumulate. And as they accumulate and as your channel grows, we reward you. We reward you with holidays, local and international, for yourself and your family, business class, 5-star, all expenses paid. We do that. We reward you with new cars. Right now, that's something, a new car without a loan underneath it. How good would that be? And we reward you with tools and cash along the way to keep you motivated, to show you what it's like to build a real asset. This is basically how it works. As you perform the tasks, you earn XP. As your XP accumulates, your channel is likely to grow. As the two are met, you start earning rewards. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. A little bit of cash on top of those returns, remember? This is in addition to the returns I was talking about earlier. A little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more serious, a little bit more mature, a little bit more experience, those rewards turn from cash into tools. We give you crystal memory sticks, $1,200 worth imported from overseas. Might sound ridiculous, but this is apparently a piece of art. And not only that, it is an extremely powerful tool. It comes with all of our training programs on it, our presentations, our videos. Allows you at your fingertips to be constructing your channel. A little bit further down, we give you business cards. Now, business cards seem ridiculous. You can get them for 5 Rand down the road. No, these are 7,000 Rand, velvet feeling, 700 gram, gold gilded, gold plated business cards. They're the kind of thing that when you hand it out, people are going to want to know what you do. These are the tools that we give you. But it's really, at around about this point, that we start to change not only your income, but your lifestyle. That's where we step this up. It's beyond just the money. It's about the freedom that we're trying to create here at DuePoint. And we give you for the rest of your lives, as long as you maintain your channel size, an annual holiday, 5-star, business class, for a week, all expenses paid for you and your family. There are very few people in South Africa that can go on that kind of holiday every single year. Rob always says this creates a problem for you. You are going to have to now explain to your HR manager how you are affording this because they know what your salary is. That's the problem you'll have. And that's what we're doing here. Like our returns program, the rewards program has no end. It keeps going. As your channel grows, as your experience grows, it just keeps going. And the rewards get greater and greater and greater. So it's normally at this point in time that the more astute in the audience tell me that the math doesn't work. There's no ways that you can be paying out this much off of what you are collecting in. Well, folks, I've spent many, many years in this. I have done a lot of modeling around this, and we know how to price these things. So let me explain how it works. In the traditional space, the financial services industry spends hundreds of millions a month advertising through traditional channels. TV adverts, SMSs, radio, billboards, you've seen it. Everywhere you go, there's an advert. We pay for that. We take all of the cost of that, which we have decades of data on, and we apply it to the price of our product per month. We say there's this much for the risk, this much for the administration, and this much for the marketing. We know what it is, and every month that you pay your product payments, you're paying for the marketing that traditional insurance and bank companies charge. That's what you're doing. Okay. Now, at DuePoint, what we've done is we've said, no, we're not going to do any of this traditional advertising. You, as wealth engineers, are going to connect us through your channels of distribution to allow us to sell our products without ever having to advertise. You will never find DuePoint advertising on TV or radio or billboards. Never. We take all that money that we would have spent here and we give it to you and your channel. That's how the maths works. It's very simple with us. And I promise it works. If you'd like more information on that, you can always come and chat to me afterwards. And I can work you through the details, but that's basically how it works. All right, so, again, let's not listen to me anymore. Let's listen to the real deal. Donnie is one of our champions here. Donnie started with us on the 6th of February. He's got quite a bit of experience in this. And he's got cracking, and you can see how he's doing. So I said 2,500 Rand after 6 months. Okay? Donnie's kind of getting there pretty quickly. Okay? I said 10,000 Rand after a year. Okay? This is a month, eh? He's getting there quite quickly. But he's putting a lot of time in, a lot of effort, a lot of thought. Donnie, come up for a minute. There we go. All right, Donnie. So, when you first saw the DuePoint system, like everybody else, I imagine there was a lot of apprehension. There was the whole, I don't want to sell. This is just another one of those network marketing companies that will be here today and gone tomorrow. My name is my brand. I can't tell my friends about this, you know. What kind of got you across the line?
I was curious, actually just curious.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of network marketing, all those promises, all the hogwash, all the products are expensive. You never earn what they promise you. And so I came and I had a look at the DuePoint opportunity. And first thing I realized, if you look around in this building, they're very professional. They've got a very, very unique marketing plan, which you won't find anywhere else. And the technical and client services support is just amazing. You can really do this by heart and be comfortable. You can be proud. You could bring your doctor here, and you won't be ashamed.
Fantastic. Now, given your own personal circumstances, have you seen the DuePoint system as a path that actually leads you back to the dreams that you've shelved along the way?
Yes. I recently lost my income. I'm unemployed. I had to give up my house, sell my cars. And I sent my CV for 300 companies. Nobody came back and even said hi. So I realized, you know, if it's going to be up to me, you know, if nobody wants to employ you, you have to employ yourself. And this is when I joined her.
Fantastic. Donnie, and you're doing fantastically well. I can't wait to see where we're going to go with this.
Yeah,
with you.
me neither.
Huh?
Me neither.
Fantastic. Great. Thank you very much, Donnie. Have a seat. All right. So, these are the products that we sell into your channels of distribution. Okay? We are very proud of our products. We believe they're first to market. We know that they're incredibly competitively priced, but we have specifically designed them to tackle the same problem. This problem of debt, this problem of us not having enough income, that's what these products are designed to do. The first is our Access Wealth Plan. This is our tax-free investment account. For 274 Rand a month, we now create for you, for possibly the first time in your lives, an asset that does not have a debt instrument hanging underneath it. So some of you have got a home, it's got a home loan underneath it. You've got a car, it's got a car loan underneath it. This is an investment account, it has no debt underneath it. 100 Rand of the 274 Rand a month that's the cost of this product is allocated into your investment account. It's a tax-free investment account, which means that all the gains that occur in that account are not taxed. Okay, so you get all of it. And it means that the real cost of the Access Wealth plan to you is only 174 Rand a month. Because 100 Rand goes into a no notice, no restriction investment account for you. Now this is normally where my peers all laugh at me and they say, well, after a year, I'll have 1,200 Rand in my account. I get knocked over by a bus and that's what my family get. That's like 1 week of private nursery school. That's all they're going to get when I get knocked off. Well, we know that. We knew that when we designed the product. And so we've included in it 100,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. Which means that when you are knocked over by a bus 12 months from now, and all your beneficiaries are getting is the 1,200 Rand plus whatever gain they got over the year, we now increase that amount by another 100,000 Rand. That 100,000 Rand pays for all of the funeral expenses. It pays for all the lawyers, for all the estate, for all of that stuff. 100,000 is in it. That's what we did, so that you've got real protection with this investment that is immediate, it is material, and it's practical. It's not another loan. It's not another loan. If you build with this product for the next 20 years, you could have an asset that changes everything about your retirement. The second product that we designed was our Wealth Guard product. Our Wealth Guard product was actually designed in conjunction with our Access Wealth plan. It can be purchased separately, but what we wanted to do was further enhance the risk protection on the Access Wealth. So for an additional 249 Rand a month, we now give you another million Rands worth of personal accident cover, which means that when you are knocked over by the bus, your beneficiaries get the 1,200 Rand, plus whatever gains, plus the 100,000 Rand, and now, for an additional 249 Rand, another million Rand. That's 1.1 million Rand. For 174 Rand a month, plus your 100 Rand in your investment, and 249 Rand a month. But the real beauty of this product is that there is no medical examination, there is no medical declaration, there is no waiting period. The moment you've paid your first product, you're undercover, and there's no maximum age limit. Your 95-year-old mom can take this product for 249 Rand a month. It's a fantastic, life-changing product. Folks, the third product we have is called our Wealth Points program. Our Wealth Points program was designed to tackle your expenditure. The problem of your expenditure, we're all spending, probably more than we should do, but we're all spending. As I said in the beginning, none of us want to cut back on our lifestyle. We've worked too long and too hard for it. But what if we could pay less and get the same out? So we, using the leverage that we have as Constantia and DuePoint, we went into the market and we negotiated the best prices, best vouchers, best discounts, and best packages we possibly could for you across a whole range of suppliers. So that you get, for 249 Rand a month, the most efficient expenditure that you can get in your household. Of the 249 Rand, 100 Rand is converted into Wealth Points, which means that the real cost of the Wealth Points program is only 149 Rand a month. And for that 149 Rand a month, you get access to the Entertainer. The Entertainer is the world's premier buy one, get one free company at the moment. This is not buy a Steersburger and get your wife one for free. This is 5-star hotels, 5-star restaurants, 5-star spas, gyms, live entertainment, Monte Casino, Sun City. Here, you want to go see the ballet? You can take a wife for free. You go to the turn and tender. Yes, it's 165 Rand for the T-bone, but your wife can have one for free. It's on your phone. It's a click and a scan. And it's off your invoice. That's what the Entertainer is. It's included in the 149 or the 249 of Wealth Points program. We have dedicated account managers at Flight Centre, which give you corporate discounts on flights, accommodation, transfers, car hire. You get what a corporate would get with our account managers. We've got Hirsch's for your appliances, excuse me, Checkers, Take-A-Lot, where you get discounts on discounts with the DuePoint system, and it goes on and goes on. Professional training, we've got salons coming, we've got all the things you're spending money on. Groceries, appliances, electronics, and entertainment. We make more efficient through Wealth Points program. So folks, for me, all three of these create a package that get you financial freedom. You can take one, obviously you can take one, but the three of them are what create financial freedom by themselves, let alone with the DuePoint system behind it. In addition to everything that I've told you this evening, the returns, the rewards, the products, and the system, we give you as wealth engineers here at DuePoint, free of charge, this entire facility's use. So we've got conference rooms. We've got a small one that does 40 seats, a bigger one that does 60, a bigger one that does 120 seats. You can schedule it and use it at no extra charge. All of this equipment for you. We've got boardrooms. We've got breakaway rooms. We've got free Wi-Fi here. We've got tea and coffee all day long, if that's what turns you on. These facilities have been designed to smooth the process, to enhance the process of you building a channel, to make people proud of what they belong to here. In addition, you've got us, the team. We're years of experience in doing this. At any point in time, you can book us. And we'll talk you through, teach you, train you, help you, strategize with you in building your channels. And folks, we have, or what we give you as wealth engineers is immediate national footprint. With our live streaming out of here of all of our major events, if you've got friends in Cape Town and Durban and Free State and wherever, they can watch all of our major presentations live as they are this evening. You're immediately in contact with everyone around the country. Everything about DuePoint is online. You have 24/7 access to your channel. If you've got an internet connection, you can see what's going on. We have live feeds that tell you live through the course of the day what's happening in your channel. Everything is at your fingertips here. And so you are never alone, never unsupported, and you can do this even if you've never done this before in our lives. And speaking of that, let's talk to somebody who's never done this before in their life. Gina. Brace yourselves, folks. Brace yourselves. Here we go.
Hello, everyone.
Here we go, Gina. Gina
Yes, Brent.
joined us 22nd of February. So basically the beginning of March this year. She's gone from nothing to 2,500 Rand in basically a month. Now we said it was going to take 6 months to do that. And here's Gina doing it in 1 month. Gina,
Yes, Brent.
when you saw the system, having not done anything like this before in your life, coming from the corporate world, I've got a job and a career. What was it that got you over all the normal awkwardness and apprehension of doing this sort of thing?
I think poverty is my worst enemy. And I like the fact that I'm able to work at my own time, my own pace. I can connect easily. And I don't need to worry about offices, technology, administration. And you do all the talk.
And I do all the talking. No one will believe you, Gina.
They do.
Now, Gina, when you're talking to people, now having, as I said, not done this before, when you're approaching people now about the DuePoint system, what are you telling them? How are you getting them over the natural barriers to this?
Are you happy with your financial status? And the answer is often no. Okay, I've taken control of my own financial status. Well, are you available? And the person always says yes. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I only need 45 minutes of your time. Come with me. I cannot show you. I cannot tell you, but I can show you. So therefore, you'll have to attend a presentation. Great offices.
Yes, fantastic.
And that's all it is.
Are you starting to see your dreams coming
I
back to
love
life
it.
again?
I love it. That's 2-5. Check my nails. I'm going to go away. I'm already 50. And you
That's
said when you reach 50, that's when your retirement starts coming. So I'm excited about retiring because I'm going to retire in style.
Absolutely.
DuePoint allows me to do that.
Fantastic. Gina, thank you very much. I appreciate your few minutes.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. There are lots of natural objections to going outside what your parents told you. Your parents told you get a career, get a job, get a qualification, or start your own business. Folks, those are not the only two things you can do here. They're just not. Whose cell phone am I competing with? Folks, we are doing a lot more here at DuePoint. You have to make a decision tonight now about what to do. Unfortunately, having been brought here, you've been forced into that position. Now, the first decision you can make is a completely legitimate decision. This is just not for me. It's not for me. Where you make that decision, I want you to have made sure that you have thought through just one thing. Is the path that I am currently on going to see me through to my last breath? Is it going to see me there? Am I going to work through retirement? Am I going to get on top of my debt? Is that what is happening in the path that I'm on? If you can answer yes, that's great. If you can answer no, I need you to very seriously consider the DuePoint option. Now, if you do choose to become a wealth engineer this evening, it's very easy. It's just 3 things you do. You go outside and you sign up online. We've got iPads here that you can jump on, but if you've got your own iPad, you can hook up into our Wi-Fi and you can get signed up. It's going to take you 10 minutes. 10 minutes, no cost, and you're a wealth engineer with us. Once you've done that, sit down with your lead wealth engineer, the person who brought you here, and talk to them about what that goal was that you shelved, the goal you settled on, that you got rid of. and work out a plan about how you're going to use the DuePoint system to get there. That's what you've got to do. That's what we're doing here at DuePoint. That's how we're bringing dreams and hopes back alive again in a system that not only brings you the income, but is going to change your lifestyle as well. Folks, Flate, my Studious 8. One last thing that I want to say is that we run on a monthly basis what we call wealth quests. Wealth quests are designed, no matter whether you're brand new in the system or been here for a while, to allow you to start to feel tangibly the changes that you can make with the DuePoint system. They are run only for the month that we're in at the time, and they give you quick things that you're rewarded with through the process of your personal activity in growing a channel of distribution with DuePoint. This month we have what we call the Triple Lightning Qualifier, and those that qualify for it this month will get themselves a brand new iPad of their own. Every month we run wealth quests like this. Every month. And those of you who are on the challenge, tonight's your last chance to make it. You know why? Tonight you've got to do it. Tonight for this month. On the 1st of May, you will see a new wealth quest challenge out for the month of May, which is just as exciting. Everything we're doing here is to change lives. Everything we're doing here is to make working hard, to make thinking hard, to make putting time in worth it for the first time, maybe in your life. That's what we're doing here. Ladies and gentlemen, we run presentations like this, as Gina says, all the time. So you have every opportunity to start immediately in changing your future, in starting to build a channel of distribution. We run introduction presentations on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. And every second Saturday, we run a development seminar where we teach you. We teach you how to tell people about the DuePoint opportunity. We teach you how to build your channel. We teach you about the products that we have. Everything we teach you. And it's all streamed out live to the whole country. It's recorded on our YouTube channel and put onto our website later so that you've always got it there. Every single tool that we could think of, we've given you. It's all part of being a wealth engineer. So again, I thank you this evening for spending some time with me. I hope that tonight we can start changing your life forever. I thank you again to all the guys that tuned in live tonight. This country is going to be changed because of what we're doing here at DuePoint, and we're going to do it with you. If you have any questions, come and grab me and the team outside. Let's answer them. Talk to your lead wealth engineer, and make sure you know exactly what you're doing when you become a wealth engineer this evening. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you later.